Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look today at the Canadian dollar, because on the euro currency you could see that the market stands around the resistance that we have specified recently. So I'll just briefly show you what's going on here. So if you remember, we talked about this resistance area yesterday and said this will be some difficulties for the currency to break it up, because this is confluence, this formal lows stands around this area. It's very important, and overall upward action doesn't look like the, well, really thrusting action. So it's a bit choppy, and it might be just reaction before on an expectation, trying to shake the boat, setting some rumors on the market before the Wyoming statement. And so once market still stands around it, not too many things that we could bring to recent analysis. That's why I think that we could take a look at something else, especially when we have so interesting situation on the Canadian dollar. So in general here, guys, we take a look just on the short-term perspective. So this is daily chart of the Canadian dollar, but in general overall background stands really thrilling, because if you'll take a look at the monthly chart, we have the bread and butter sell in place. So we have the long-term downside action there. That is the first reaction to the major monthly 30% resistance area. So currently, guys, we will not discuss the fundamental background in Canadian dollar, its possible strength. So if you have some ideas on that, you could share on the forum with the background. Maybe the Canada will take the lead in the tapering process and changing the policy of the central bank. Maybe some other fundamental reasons exist for the strength in the Canadian dollar. But purely on the technical picture, something some signs we see currently on the higher time frames. So on monthly chart in general, except this bread and butter, this potentially might be the double top pattern is forming and suggests some strength in Canadian dollar in the long term. So we will see what will happen. But in the shorter term, you could, for example, either use the monthly pattern setup for trading as a bread and butter, or you could decrease the time frame and take a look at the daily chart, because here on the daily we have first of all market at the major resistance ever bought, and market has formed perfect evening star candlestick pattern, so on kind of the engulfing, bearish engulfing pattern right on the top. This type of action reminds me the inability of the market to move higher to the next target, because if you'll take a look at the extension, you will see that market already has completed the OP target here, and that should be the continuation to the XOP. So here market hits the OP right at the overbought pullback retracement. With this acceleration, market has made an attempt. See how high was the price here. It was made an attempt to complete the XOP, but it was unsuccessful, and I see with this strong fast collapse down kind of the capitulation of the market. So inability. This is type of action is very typical for the double repo on the top, when market shows the capitulation of the bulls to stay above the previous top, hold market, and it shows the housing of the purchasing power in the market. A strong collapse, which is in the short term looks bearish. So from that standpoint, we could act accordingly, and as usual, we are acting with the engulfing patterns. So now we need to wait some pullback inside of the body of this pattern to consider taking the short position with a possible downward extension. If we will take a look at this pattern as a bread and butter on the monthly chart, it means that its target should be somewhere around 2366, 2370, 618 support on the whole upward action. That in turn probably will agree with the target of the pattern itself. I mean, this evening star pattern, so usually it takes the shape some the ABCD pattern. For example, if we suggest that this will be some AB leg to the downside, this will be some minor retracement, and we will calculate downside target. So it will be approximately the same distance. So these targets probably will be very close to each other. So since market currently stands in the confidence support as well, you can see here this pullback probably will happen. So that's the thing that we could keep an eye on. On the 4-hour time frame chart, this recent sell-off also looks like a perfect thrust down, and here we could get another Jordan patience. This would be perfect if we will get straightforward acceleration to the 2720, is 30%, and if we will get the Brent body sell. Well, that will be very nice, especially when we are coming in a really volatile period. This will be announcement from the central bankers within 3 sessions. So probably market will show the extreme volatility, or at least some higher volatility than usual. And on this mass, market indeed could try to show this pullback, showing some retracement or something of that sort. Maybe this will be triggered by the double repo buy. It's also possible. This retracement probably could be even stronger. Whatever will happen, we need to keep an eye on this pullback as a chance to go short with the pattern that we have on a daily chart. If you trade on intraday charts, you also could use this thrust for trading, either for the Brent body separately, or if it will be double repo, you could try to buy, because as I said, market stands in the confidence and very close to the daily average sold. And you could hide stop somewhere below this area and using Jordan applications for possible trading on intraday charts as well. So on the Canadian dollar now we have lots of interesting things, as on the daily chart, on intraday charts, on the high time frame, monthly in particular, that could provide really valuable trading stops for a considerable period of time. So, but since we're preparing here a daily update, so let's focus on the daily pattern first and see what will happen around it.